Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. I don't know what my hair is doing. It's not getting any better. It's fine. Thank you all for hopping on. I just wanted to pour into you guys a little bit tonight about leading from the front and leading with love. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Jamie Whitehead. I am a double diamond and I've been with the company a little over 3 years. I just had my 3-year mark in June. When I first joined this business, I joined on a whim for no good reason other than it was a good deal to join, and quickly learned what a fast start bonus was and hit the ground running. I honestly did not think that I would find any success in this business. I started a Facebook group so that I didn't fail publicly on my page. And then one thing led to another. I racked up a whole bunch of fast start bonuses in my first month, and kind of have had like a steady upswing through just being consistent. And that's kind of the heart of what I'm going to talk about tonight. Just with leading from the front and leading with love. I'm going to use those interchangeably because I feel like both are so important. So just a little bit about my story. I'm not like an overnight success. I went ruby in a couple of months. I went emerald in 9 months, diamond in 13, double in 22 or something, like right before my 2-year. And then I am still double. We're pushing triple this fall, and I'm just so excited because consistency pays off, and I am a walking, talking, living proof of that. I actually retired from corporate America last August, so I've been home just over a year, which is so mind-blowing to me because this business, when I first joined, that was not even on my radar, right? So something that I love, in my corporate job, I was a director for an IT company. Sorry, I gotta adjust that a little bit. I was a director for an IT company, and so my job was to lead people. My job was to facilitate teams and make sure things were being followed, processes were being followed, all of that fun stuff. But I love people. Rewinding a little bit more, I normally don't tell this much of my story, but I feel like it's pretty important to what we're talking about, and why I have such a passion for leading. My education is in psychology, so I love working with people. I have such a heart for them. My color personality is a red, but blue, green, and yellow are like a solid tie for second place. So I've got a really big yellow side to me. I have a really big blue side to me, and I just love people, and I love loving on people. And so I think that that's really important. Earlier this month, we had our $24 distributor promotion for a couple days. And so we have lots of new team right now, and we have newbies that enrolled newbies. And so I wanted to kind of jump in and talk about that a little bit because it is a transition from going from a single person distributor to even enrolling your first, having a small team as a ruby or an emerald, and then what you can look forward to as a diamond. And so I'm kind of going to walk through leadership at all of those different levels. So if you have questions, I do kind of talk a little bit fast. So if you have questions, pop them in the chat. I will try not to let my ADD take over and answer them, but I will for sure scroll back to them at the end so that we can make sure that I answer all of y'all's questions. So leading your team is about 3 different things, right? So I talked about consistency already. There are 3 things that are essential to leading, no matter what rank you're at, no matter how big your team is at. And so I want to go over those first because they're going to play a huge part in all of the different conversations that we're having. So the first thing is that you have to be consistent. You have to be doing the thing that you are asking or will be asking your team to be doing. So a lot of times people say that's leading from the front. So I will never ask my team to go get up 50 host-to-post in a day if I'm not going to do that myself, right? I'm never going to ask them to go and send 200 messages in a day if I'm not going to do that myself. or whatever. Or if I'm not going to go live, I'm not going to ask my team to go live. So you have to show up for yourself and for your personal business first. So that is the very, very first thing that you have to do. And I know we've got a couple of different teams on here, and everybody has their new distributor chats or groups or whatever. But a part of that is your daily, like your core 4 or your 6 list. That is what we give you as a brand new distributor so that you can flex that consistency muscle. Sure, there are tons of other things. I'm looking at Cindy, and she's so creative on Over. She does a phenomenal job going live in her stories, all of that fun stuff. But that's not something that I'm going to day one have my newbie dive right into. I need to get her comfortable with sending messages and posting and just having conversations, right? So that's the first thing that we're going to work on, is we have got to hold ourselves to a consistency. What is the word I'm looking for? You just have to be consistent for yourself before you can do that for your team. So that's number one. You're going to hear that throughout this whole thing. Number 2 is communication. Okay. Communication is so big in this business. You have to plug into your team. You have to plug into your upline. If you have a team personally, then you have to plug into your downline. You have to plug into what corporate is doing and saying so that you are in the know for your business. I could dive into just having a business mindset, but this is business 101. You have to be in the know and you have to be plugged in. Okay. So communication is so, so important. And then the last thing is just ownership of your whole entire chart, no matter what that looks like. So consistency and ownership are kind of same but different, right? You own all the things. You own all the tasks. You own all the boxes. You own everything. So just taking ownership of your business, and again, having that business mindset. This is my baby, and I am going to make it what I want it to be. There are going to be people that come in and out of your business, and you're going to love them while they're here, and you're going to mentor them, and you're going to form relationships with them and all of that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, this business is yours and it is your responsibility. So that's the third thing that you're kind of going to hear from me as we talk about the different I'm going to give practical tips, like as a brand new distributor, or as a small team, or whatever. But those are the 3 like core to leading your team and leading it effectively. You have to be consistent yourself. You have to set that precedent and set that example. You have to communicate and be plugged in, and you have to take ownership of your whole business. Okay. It's nobody else's business. It's your own. So let's dive into recruiting. Because it starts there, y'all. It starts at recruiting. You can't build a team and you can't start putting this into action until you have recruited somebody. And that starts with communication. Okay. So a couple of things that I want to talk about whenever you're recruiting. I wrote myself some notes, and I just said, you have to be a person. So we've got quite a few people on now, and I see some of my new teammates on our team that are brand new to this business this month. And something that I will encourage you to say is, have your scripts. Every team gives you scripts. Our teams are phenomenal, no matter if you're in Alyssa's downline or Kim's or Val's or whoever's or Stormy's, wherever you're at on this team, we have so much support in place. It is incredible. So you're going to have the scripts, you're going to have help through conversations. But here's the thing, when you're talking to a potential distributor, there are hundreds of MLMs out there. Okay. They are not buying into this business they might love the compensation plan, or they might really love the products, fine, but they're joining your team for a reason. So it's super important to be a person with them. Whoever you are on social media and whatever you're putting out there, be authentic to yourself. If you go to my social media right now, you are going to see that I am a hot mess mom, and that I run a successful side business, and that I am in love with my husband, and I like to drink wine and whiskey. Like, you're going to see exactly who I am. So when somebody joins my team, they're getting Jamie Hot Mess Mom. right? They're going to know exactly who they're joining. They're going to know exactly what they're going to get. And that's how I love on my people once they're in my organization. So be who you are on social media. And then when I kind of got away from my first point I was going to make. Whenever you are having conversations with them, the scripts are so helpful, you guys. If you don't have your PDT conversation start to finish saved either in Wordboard or some sort of app or in your notes section on your phone, get with your diamond level leader or get with somebody in your chat and get that script start to finish so that you have that. Because here's the thing, when you're first starting out, I know at least I did. I word vomited. I told them all the things I thought they would want to know all the things, even though I didn't ask any questions before I joined. I thought that they would need all the information, right? So stick to the scripts when it comes to presenting the facts of the business. But then you have to be a person. You have to get to know them. A lot of times in chats, they're like, okay, what do I say to this potential distributor? And I'm like, well, I would voice memo because I want them to hear me. I want them to hear my excitement. I want them to hear who I am in this business because it's going to match what they're seeing on my social media. It's going to match what they're going to get once they're in my organization, right? So I love voice memoing and I love taking the time. Take your distributor hat off and put your I'm a person hat on, right? So you want to get to know people. Are they working? Are they a mom? Are they do they even have kids? Are they in college? What makes them tick? Why are they joining this business? Take the time to get to know them and then use the scripts to supplement for the facts about the business. Does that make sense to everybody? Can you drop a 1 if that makes sense? Because I kind of beat around the bush a little bit. Let's see, I'm gonna pull up the chat. I'm gonna breathe too because that's important. Okay, so get to know them, show them who you truly are, and then again, before you have a team, you are your team. So show up every day for yourself. Be consistent in your own business. When people are watching you and you're recruiting people or you're talking to people about joining you in this business, if they're seeing you post every single day, they're like, this girl is legit. She cares about her business. She is showing up for herself. She's going to show up for me, right? So it's so important to lead from the front there. And then if you don't have a downline, if you don't have a team below you, plug into your upline. I'm going to talk to my newbies for a second. When we ask you to send us screenshots to help you through conversations, it's because we want to help you. We're doing that for you. Plug into us. It shows that you are doing the things you are trying to learn. You're investing in your business, and it makes me as a leader or as your upline want to plug right back into you and keep mentoring you and keep giving you all the things, right? So communication is just as key before you have a team below you as it is afterwards. So be authentic, be yourself. Let them see who you are. Going live is a really great thing because it does show you exactly, it shows people who you are. It shows them that you have a messy bun. It shows that I get on here and I talk to 20 of you guys and I look like a crazy person because I just rode my scooter down to the neighborhood prayer thing for school starting tomorrow, right? Like I am who I am, and that's who they're going to get online and in person and on my team. So we call it branding, but it's just important just to be yourself. So you've recruited somebody, right? You have talked to somebody, they have joined you in this business. What now? Okay, so we're still going to lead with love. Like first, we're just loving ourselves and we're showing up for ourselves and we are doing the things for us, right? Now we have somebody underneath us and we got to show up for them too. Okay, it's just like you'll hear top leaders talk about how you're not going to go a day without feeding your kids. Well, you shouldn't go a day without checking on your new distributor. You just brought them into this world and you brought them into this amazing company and onto this freaking awesome team. And yes, they're going to get support from Sideline Sisters and in the chats and all the things, but they didn't join those people. They joined you. So number one thing, once you enroll a distributor, is they should hear from you every single day, at least for the first, I don't know. I don't want to put a time limit on it, but at least I always say 30 days is a safe bet, right? People are normally swimming by 30 days. They know they've got a grasp of it, and normally they're plugging right back into you. Okay. So daily check-ins, numero uno thing you can do. Communication is so key, especially in those first few days. Okay. So the next thing that you need to be doing is you need to make sure that they are getting the tasks of the day, and that they're developing their own consistency muscle, just like you teach your kids how to tie their shoes, how to eat with a fork, walk, crawl, all the things. You have to teach them how to walk and crawl. Again, we keep it super simple at the beginning just so that they can get a grip of how this business works. And then we can start layering on the creative things, the going live, the creating over stories, the blah, 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 right? You can layer in all of that stuff later, but keep it simple for them at first and ask them, check in with them every single day. What that means when I say check in every single day, I don't mean plug into them all day, every day. You should check on them 9 times a day, but you should be checking in with them, making sure that one, if there's, I'm going to use our team, for example, we have a newbie group, a newbie messenger chat. And so every day the tasks are dropped, the post of the day, what host to post wording, all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to make sure that they even saw it. Okay. Hey, good morning. I hope you're having an awesome day so far. I just dove into my business this morning. I got Riker off to school. I'm going to be a person. I'm going to talk to them about what I'm doing in my real life because I'm forming a relationship with them. And how's it going? I dropped the task this morning. Have you seen them? Have you had a chance? Oh, okay, no problem. Here's the post of the day. If you just want to get that one up real quick, then we can start working through those conversations a little bit later if you're busy right now. That'll take 2 seconds. We can knock that one out real quick. Be their friend, be their mentor, and just plug into them. So those are what the daily task should, or the daily check-in should look like. Something that I have found, and that I feel like I've had to fine tune over my 3 years in this business is, hey, how's it going? A new distributor doesn't know how it's going. They got no idea, like none whatsoever. Even if they haven't done a thing, they're going to be like, it's great, I'm great. No, they're not. They don't even know what it means. They don't even know how to copy and paste the post for the day or whatever. So when you're checking in with them, I said, ask specific questions. Have you got your host to post up for the day? If they're like, no, okay, how many asks have you sent out? Or have you done a giveaway post yet? Ask specific questions, and grow together. Because I know, like, I see Carmen too, and Carmen joined this month and she's already signed up a distributor and she's killing it. Okay. So we're doing like leadership 101 and newbie 101. Like she's getting her new distributor set up and rolling, and she's trying to figure out this business for herself. Right. So something I'm doing with Carmen is I'm checking in with her and saying, hey, have you talked to your new distributor? Hey, have you checked in on Janie today to see when she can do her one-on-one? Let's get those things together. And then you know what Carmen's going to do? Carmen is going to link arms with Janie, and she's going to grow with her. They're going to get their first dozen customers together. They're going to grow together. So once you have your first distributor, that is your partner in crime. Like, look at you, you got a new best friend in this business. Y'all are going to figure this out and go to the top together. So love on them, check in on them daily. If they've gone quiet, I want to talk just a minute about if you have a new distributor that's gone quiet on you. That is equally as important, you to check in on them, as it is if they are loud and plugging into you and all of that fun stuff. It's probably more important if they get super quiet, because that means that they're scared. They're having second thoughts. Somebody said something and responded to something, and now they're freaked out and they're like, did I make the biggest mistake of my life? Here's my number one tip. Communication and relationships is so key. So plug in and be like, hey girl, I haven't heard from you in 2 days. You were so excited on our one-on-one. What's going on? And she's going to be like, nothing, everything's fine. I've just been busy. And you're like, Okay, what have you been, what's going on? Is life okay? Check in on them. Is everything okay with the kids? Is work being crazy? I totally get that. This week has been a crapshoot for me too, right? Like, talk to them. And then you're going to get to the point in the conversation where they're like, oh my God, so my brother totally discounted what I was doing and made me feel really dumb for even signing up. And now I don't know if I've made the biggest mistake of my life. And then relate to them. So something that you will hear in this business a lot, and I use this when I'm talking to potential distributors as they come at me with objections, but I think that it's equally as important once people have signed up, because if you have ever signed up a distributor and then they go into the witness protection program and like totally peace out on you, drop a 2 in the chat, because I'm going to drop a 2 real quick, because that has definitely happened to me. I'm like, this person was so excited. Where are they at? Like, I don't get it. And I guarantee Tiffany has 4 2s. I love that. So it's super important to face objections head on. And like I said, when we're talking to potential distributors, we are we're figuring out what their hang up is. Normally money, time, I don't know enough people, whatever it is, but those things, just because they have that moment of bravery and sign up, those don't go away like that, right? And so we still have to face those once they're in the business. And the best way to do that is communicate with them. The thing that I was going to say, the tip that I was going to say is use the feel, felt, found. What is that? What is it? Example? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Method, if you will. So if somebody says, hey, my brother totally just told me that I was an idiot for signing up and that it was a pyramid scheme and all this stuff, right? So you're going to meet them with facts, but you're also going to be empathetic to who they are. So I totally know how you feel. My best friend did the same thing to me. I felt the exact same way when she did that. I felt like, oh my gosh. And I started immediately questioning everything. What I found is that when I asked in my chat if we were a pyramid scheme, those are illegal. And people don't know what they don't know. And people, especially like my best friend and your brother, are just trying to protect you because it's fear of the unknown, right? So truth be told, it is not a pyramid scheme. That is completely illegal. We are offering a product. People are going to pay something and get something. We are not a pyramid scheme, okay? We are actually monitored by the Better Business Bureau, the FTC, all of the things. So we are a stand-up company. You are going to fill out a 1099, get a real paycheck, pay real taxes. We are a legit shit company, okay? So I totally understand how you feel, but sometimes it's just, you have to educate people. And especially when it's your mom, spouse, brother, sister, best friend, college roommate, whatever it is, you have to meet them with facts and then educate people a little bit, because those people are going to probably be your distributor's hardest no's that they hear, because those are the people that they care about the most and that they want their support. So when they come at them with a hard no, that's a really, really important time for you to step in as a leader and say, hey, look, I know that you're feeling unconfident, or I know that you're questioning what you're doing, but we can do this. And I'm right here with you. So that's something that's just super important, so that you can grow together, get them past those humps, plug in and communicate. Okay, so you have signed your first distributor. Any questions on what I've gone over so far? No? Yes? Good? Can I get a smiley face if y'all like this so far? Is this helpful at all? Yeah? Okay. All right, so now you are, Cindy, you're the sweetest. Now you're a Ruby, okay? You're an Emerald, and you've got a small team of people. And that means that people are enrolling people. And so not everybody is personally enrolled to you. Maybe they are. I think my whole Emerald chart was, but not everybody's is, right? And ideally, you want your people to go and enroll people. The steps to success are you get your 6 loyal customers and 3 distributors, and then go teach them how to get their 6 customers and 3 distributors, right? So you're duplicating. So you're going to get to the point where, and it could be as early as Ruby or Emerald, and you your team is going to be enrolling team, communication is still number one. Okay. You still have to plug in. You still have to be consistent. You still have to do your daily stuff. You still have to lead from the front, because now you are working with your Ruby. If you're an Emerald, you're working with your Ruby and you're teaching her how to mentor her people. But that doesn't mean that you can't not get your host to post up for the day, or your post up for the day, because you still have to grow your business, right? So this is kind of where I feel like the balance, where that first like balancing act comes in, where you're like, I know that I need to do this for my personal business, but I also need to take care of these people. So this is where you have to figure out your balance. This is kind of what I feel like is your first hurdle in terms of leadership, because you're like, I got to pour into these people. I only have so many hours a day, right? So other than being consistent in your own business, I prioritize my own output first, meaning my own personal tasks, my own customer communications, getting my haps up, because again, if I'm not doing it, I can't ask my team to do it. And once I do it, I know that it's going to lead to enrollments for me, which make me confident. And I know that that is going to also then make my team confident in me, because I'm doing the things and it's working for me. Okay. So we're leading by example there. That is it's kind of a catch-22, because it feels very selfish because you're prioritizing your own personal business, but you're still leading from the front, and it still is very, very influential on your entire team. The second thing that I'm going to note that is a little bit different is now your vision should kind of be changing, right? So this is also the point where you have to be a little bit more strategic. When you first start, you're focused on you. All of your work is for you. Everything is for you. But now you have to have vision for a whole team. And that looks like 3 different things, okay? The first one is your personal goal. This is where I feel like goals become so, so important to you as a leader and to you as a business owner. If you don't set the tone and set the direction for your team and for your ship, it's going to just hang out in the harbor. Okay. So you have to set a vision. You have to have a vision for what your team is doing. And if you're brand new and you're promoting really fast and you're like, I don't even know, because I promise you, when I was going Emerald, I was like, I don't even know. I just know that I'm a Ruby and Emerald is next. Like, that may be it. But there is a Ruby underneath you that needs that extra $200 to $500 a month, because she needs to pay for gas and groceries because she's a single mom or whatever. Or there is another Ruby under you that is paying for college books and tuition and needs to go Ruby. So you set the tone for your team. So you need to have vision for not only your personal goal, like whatever that looks like, your team goal, and then start being mindful of what your team's individual goals are. So I love, love, love that, because at this point, I feel like this is when you feel like you have a real business, like you have an organization, you are leading something, you are influencing the direction of a whole group of people, right? So it's important that you do that mindfully and that you don't just waffle. So goals are super important once you hit the Ruby and Emerald level. I use goals. No, I don't. Scratch that. Goals and your why. You have to know your why too, because this business is not just about you anymore. So again, with the daily check-ins, this is your personally enrolled team, your new distributors. For me, whenever I was an Emerald, I would do 2 to 3 check-ins a day. I had, I don't know, 10 or 20 people on my team, give or take, and I would pick 2 to 3 and check in with them daily. My new distributors are getting a daily check-in from me, obviously, but I'm still checking in with my people every single day. I'm watching and I'm saying, hey, she was doing great and now she's kind of quiet. Hey, this girl's on fire. I need to encourage her and tell her to keep up the freaking good work, because that girl gets it and she's all over it. And I want to fan her fire, right? So look for leaders. This is when you get to start looking for leaders, looking for people to partner with. That for me, I told y'all that I'm red. So I'm really straightforward, like to the point. So slowing down and having the people conversations is where I struggle. But finding people to partner with, like, lights my blue self up. Okay. So I love finding the people that are passionate or that have that spark and saying, hey, me and you, the next 60 days, we're gonna, like, let's get you to diamond, or 90 days, let's partner, let's do this. I love plugging into people that are on fire for this business or that are taking off. So I start looking for leaders, start looking for people that have that spark, and then partner with them, because it's going to encourage you to do your stuff and keep pace with them. Plus, this business is so much more fun with people. Okay, like, it's so much more fun. My test says that I'm like a solid red, and it beats every other color out, but I'm pretty sure I'm a blue. Like, I'm almost positive I'm a blue. If you have ever been around me, you know that I'm here for it, and I love people, and I love to have a good time. I'm pretty sure I'm a blue, but my thing says that I'm red. So, whatever. So look for people that spark your passion. Look for people to plug into, and do your daily check-ins. Keep being consistent. Charting. So yes, I definitely have blue. So this is also where charting gets super uber important. Okay. Again, it's setting that goal and setting the tone. If you don't know where you're going, then you're not going anywhere. And the people that are below you, and I'm so red too. Yes, I am, Brooke. And the people below you are looking to you as their upline, as the more experienced person, whatever, to lead, to show them where to go. They're under you. So you started first. That means you know what you're doing, right? So you have to have your chart. If you are currently pushing for Ruby or are Ruby, or pushing for Emerald or are Emerald, if you don't have your chart predicted out by this point in the month, you need to do it ASAP. And I would challenge you every single month to have that done. And especially if you're Diamond Plus, you need to have that done like by the second. Okay. Charting is so important, because it's not just your ship anymore. It is your team ship, and you are the captain. So charting is incredibly important. You've got to know where to go with moves. You've got to understand the chart. So this is where it becomes important for you to understand your business, so that you can help other people understand their business, and answer questions for other people. This is also when smaller tasks, if you're like taking notes, like what should I be doing as an Emerald and a Ruby, you're going to have vision, you're going to do your daily check-in, you're going to be looking for leaders and looking for people with passion to link arms with. You are going to make sure that your charts are up to date, and you're also going to start running declines, not just for yourself, but for your whole team. So when you run your report every month for declines, my team does it the 1st or the 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th, and then we do it a lot towards the end of the month. We are on top of declines because you work so hard to get those customers in the computer. You want to make sure that they're taken care of and that we're servicing them as best as we possibly can. And so this is when little things like declines, that's when you run your whole report and you say, okay, Lydia, you've got 2 customers that are under you that have declines. Do you need help reaching out to them? Carmen, your girl Janie has 1 decline under her. Can I help? Do I need to help her reach out to them? Do you have a message? Okay, that's when like little things like that, where you're plugging in business tips, just to start showing them how to think more strategically, think about their business as a business, right? And taking responsibility. This is kind of where that take responsibility of your whole chart comes in. This is also kind of one of my favorite stages. I'm kind of sitting here for a minute because I really like the Ruby Emerald stage, because I feel like there's so much growth that happens for you as a person and for you as a business owner. you truly get to plug in and like have vision for your team. You truly get to plug in and my husband, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. He is an AVP for GM Financial. So he has oodles of teams and tons of people underneath him. And he said that this is where collaboration, like that middle level, that collaboration is so key. This is where you get to just I don't know the right words, but just partner with people. Find those business partners that you want to grow with, because I promise you, once you go diamond and above, things get a little crazy. It gets a little busy. There's so many people and you're like, I don't even know who to check in on. But this is where you get to plug in and really find those people and work on those hardcore relationships and collaborate with people. How do we want to form our team? It's like your business is this big and you're like, all right, we get to do this thing however we want. And you're on fire and I really like the way you do things. So let's partner and put our heads together and figure out how we're going to blow this thing up and make it awesome. So collaboration is really key at this point. I wrote some side notes on here, just a sec. Okay. The only other thing that I'll say about that is this is also when you should be, I'm gonna call you out a little bit. If you are a Ruby Emerald, I was listening to a Zoom the other day with Kelly Brown, and she said, if you have been in this business, regardless of your rank, longer than 4 months, not even 6 months, y'all, 4 months, then you should be hosting power hours. You should be hosting Zooms. You are fully capable of doing all the things in this business, because we do the same things as a brand new distributor that we do as a double diamond pushing VIP, right? Like I'm doing the same things as you guys. You know how to work this business. You can impart knowledge on other people. You've sat on 10 of these Zooms that you've heard something that clicked, that kind of was like, oh, that's super important, that you can spill into somebody else, right? This is where personal development becomes super important. We talk about it at the very beginning, but this is where it kind of starts to click, because you are pouring out to other people. You are prioritizing their business because it's a part of your business, right? So you are filling your cup and you're pouring out to other people. So she said that if you've been in this business longer than 4 months, there's no reason, team or no team, that you can't host a power hour and that you can't host a Zoom and impart on other people some sort of knowledge about this business. Guide people. There are people that are way more brand new than you that you know 5 more things than. That is plenty of time to teach them. Like that's plenty of time to fill up a half hour Zoom or power hour or whatever, right? So this is where you kind of get to start flexing those muscles. Also, if you're a Ruby or an Emerald, you should be doing those things. If you're not doing those things, challenge yourself to do one this month. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to do 20 a week or whatever. Like I don't volunteer for this stuff all the time. This fills my cup, so I do volunteer for it, but not all the time, because I have a team to take care of and I have my own personal stuff, my personal business to take care of. But I love doing this kind of stuff, and it is a priority because you should be pouring out into other people, especially if you do have a team. So collaboration, that's all a part of collaboration. All right, so once you are diamond or pushing diamond plus, a lot of these things are going to be the same. So I know that I've kind of beat it into you guys' head. Communication is so key. At this point, you're communicating with your leaders and your newbies and those people that are clicking in the business. Like I'm gonna talk about Carmen again. Carmen is my personally enrolled new distributor, but I talk to Carmen every single day because that girl gets it. She wants this business. She loves it. And so I'm going to plug into her because I'm plugging into the passion, right? She gets it and she wants to be here. And I love that. So I'm going to give her everything that I've got. So you are fostering people's strengths. You are plugging into those people. You are communicating with your leaders. You're communicating with your newbies, and you're communicating with the people that are sparks, right? This is where you truly have to sit back. And when I I don't think that I did this at Diamond because I'm not sure that my mindset was there yet whenever I was first Diamond, but for sure now as a double, I love the fact that I get to think about other people's dreams. Like my dream board is not just my stuff. My dream board is my team's stuff, right? So this business is no longer just about me. I mean, we start doing that a little bit as we're rubies and emeralds and diamonds, but as you're growing, your vision is for others. Um, and this kind of ties back to your why. It's so important to get to know your distributors and why it's so important to figure out why they're in this business. It's so important to just plug into your people and figure out what makes them tick. Because when you're here and you've got a team of people, it honestly, it's more fun to do it for other people. Like it is more fun. It makes your heart feel better. I have never had a $10,000 check. I for sure am going to get one this year. But here's the thing. I can pay my bills on $5,000 a month. Why do I need a $10,000 check, right? There's no reason other than I am so stinking ready to have Brooke go diamond, to have so-and-so go emerald, to have Elena go diamond, to have Jamie go diamond, to have Jayla go double, like to have Perla go emerald, like all of these people on my team, like I'm ready for them. I'm ready because I know what it's going to do for their families. I know my team's whys. I am plugging into them and I am having vision for them. I know that Danny deserves diamond because she's been in this business longer than I have, re-signed under me because she wanted something new and she wanted a fresh start. And this girl has been working, right? She has been working and she is working and working on herself and working on her consistency and working on proving it to herself that she can do it, that she can go diamond. She's working on proving it to her husband. She's a stay-at-home mom. She, you know, like there are so many things that my girls, my team are working through and working for, and for me to get to set the tone for that with my consistency and my excitement, like that is huge for me. When you're a diamond, that's what you get to do. You get to love this business for other people. Like I said, I'm gonna make a $10,000 check this month. It is super exciting for me. I'm very red. I'm money driven. Not everybody is, but that's exciting for me. And the only way that I can do that is if I get to help other people and I get to help other change their lives and their families' lives. I get to help Brooke come home to her kids. I get to, I don't even know. I digress. Vision for others is so key whenever you are diamond and above. That is something that you will get to do. I say get to because it truly is a privilege. And I don't take it lightly. I don't take my responsibility of leading a team of people with teams of people lightly. And I don't take my consistency lightly because I'm showing them that this is how you progress. Right. So you are going to, when you're a diamond plus, you're also going, not only are you going to dip down and find the people with passion and the people that are a spark, you are going to dip down and you're going to find other people's strengths. We keep talking about the color personality test. And yes, I am a strong red and I am a strong blue, but I need a strong green on my team. I need a strong yellow that loves really hard. There are so many strengths to all the different colors. And if you don't know your color, if somebody can drop the link in the chat, that would be awesome. Lydia probably has it because she's a green and she's really organized and I could yes. And he says, go ahead, Lydia, because she's green and she's freaking awesome. Nikki's a green. I had no doubt. That does not surprise me, but it is so important for you to know what you are and what your strengths are and what you can bring to this business. Tell your upline and know your downlines colors, because I'm not going to talk to Nikki as a green the same way as I'm going to talk to Brooke as a red, right? I'm going to talk to them completely different because they're motivated completely differently. Their brains work differently. And you get to bring out people's strengths because every single color can be successful in this business, every single one of them. And you get to empower people. They have what I don't have. Lydia has organization like I could never even dream of. I have a lot of organization, but not even to that, not even close to that level, right? I think of, I don't even know. There are yellows out there that love on people. Like I feel like I can love on some people really, really well, but there are yellows out there that just whole nother level. And I'm like, man, I wish I could do that for my team, right? It's so important because there is something to be had from everybody, and you want to empower those people and call them into their strengths, pull that out of them. Danny is a super, super blue. And so when Danny is a girl on my team. Hi, Danny. I am going to pull her blue out of there. When I am planning a team get together, I'm not going to go tap my red or my yellow. I'm going to go tap my blue and say, hey, can you help me put this together? Right? So you get to empower others and then show them that they can lead with whatever they have. We can all be successful in this business. So that is something else that's really cool that you get to do whenever you're diamond and up. And you can absolutely start doing that stuff as through your earlier ranks and things like that, and start doing that now. Like when you have one distributor, figure out their color. Y'all take the test together and figure out how y'all can bring whatever to the table, right? But that is something that's really cool. I love having a team full of all the rainbow because they complete me. Again, this is, I wrote ownership of your whole chart on here because you guys, I don't even know, there's like 85 people in my chat right now. Okay. And not all of them are personally enrolled by me. Not all of them, are enrolled by my personally enrolled. They're 7 layers down. I don't even know, right? There's so many people in my chat right now, but here's the thing. I am going to take the time to get to know all of them because at the end of the day, they are all on my chart. Okay. And if something happens between me and layer 7 or level 7 or whatever, I want them to know me so that they can plug into me. If Cindy is on my chart and she works full time, I want them to know that they've got that level with me and that they can plug into me, and I would be happy to help them do whatever they need to do, or if they need a different ear to listen or a separate opinion or whatever. But you have to take ownership of your whole chart. Again, with charting, here it comes. You have to teach your teams to chart and you have to help them with their charts. So the best way to do that is to have your own charts ready, right? So I said that a minute ago, if you're a Ruby Emerald or pushing for either of those and you don't have your chart out by now and it's not predicted out, you need to get that done. And shoulder tap your diamond and hop on a quick Zoom with that, because chances are she's already got it done and she's waiting for you to shoulder tap her, right? So, and if you don't know how to do that, ask somebody. If you don't know how to predict out your chart, ask somebody. But you own at your, I don't even want to show y'all, but I'm going to. Okay. Well, I'll just show you this one. I think my Prez one is in the other room. It makes me want to throw, no, it's right here. Okay. So this is my presidential chart, and there's lots of blank spaces on it, but there's also a crap ton of names on there, and you can bet your bottom dollar that I have predicted out every single box on there. So if Christy comes to me, if Jessica or Courtney or Destiny or Nikki or Brittany or whoever comes to me and is like, help me with my chart, I literally have it ready. I've got it because I'm leading from the front. I'm showing up for my business. I am the captain of this ship, and I am going to show them how to do it and let them know, hey, if you're pushing for this promotion this month, this is where we're placing, right? So you have to be aware of your business. You have to start being a little bit more strategic with where you're driving your ship. So take ownership of your whole entire chart, PE or not PE, and dig deep. Again, I wrote, keep looking for those sparks. Keep looking for those people that bring joy, that get it, that want it. So many, we've got some people that have been in the business a little while. If you have ever had a ruby that was boxed ruby, or that was ranked, lifetime ranked ruby, but she wasn't showing up, but a layer down or 2 layers down, you have somebody that really, really wants it, or is brand new to the business, drop a 9 in the chat, because I cannot tell you how many times that happens. And if I'm only looking at my personally enrolled people, or if I'm only looking at the people that my people brought into this business, then I'm going to miss people, because sometimes it's 3 layers down, right? Look at all those 9s, you guys. That's crazy. Okay. It's so important for you to pay attention to your chart and for you to understand what's going on in your organization. Keep looking for those people. Start partnering with those people. Yeah. So Cindy says in the chat, I had somebody that was boxed diamond that just stopped. And one of her executives is now projected out as the new diamond for that leg. Don't let anybody, I'm going to tell, as if that diamond was on this call, I would say, don't let anybody take your name off of their chart, but always be shooting to take somebody's name off of the chart, right? So kudos to your executive that's now the diamond leg. That's freaking awesome. Just go for it and plug into the people that want this business. But the only way you're going to know how to do that is if you take ownership of your whole entire organization. Every single name is on this box. If they are working, or if they are an active distributor, their name is on this box. Okay. Or on this chart, I mean. Okay, so just real quick, because I don't want to go that much. We started a couple minutes late, so I'm gonna give myself some grace, but I don't want to go much over an hour if we do. But here's the thing. There are a few things that you can be doing as a diamond and up leader, because we do have a couple on here, so I want to speak to you guys for just a hot minute. Something that I have started doing, and newbies, rubies, whoever, y'all can listen in on this, absolutely. But something that I've started doing to plug into those different layers of people, especially when I'm trying to get to know people, is, again, I took a page out of Kelly Brown's book, and what she does is she sends videos to every single person, distributor, to Ruby at the beginning of the month. And I don't do it every single month, but every couple of months I do. And I just plug into them. And I literally, this last month, I did 42 of them. I do them 2 minutes or less so that I can send them on Facebook, because I don't have everybody's phone number, because not everybody is enrolled by me, right? I could probably look it up on eSuite or whatever, but I don't. I keep them 2 minutes or less. I get out a Ruby chart. I chart their Ruby, whether it's just their name on a box or whether they have a team or not. And I hold up their chart and I talk them through their chart. Hey, I've projected you out. This is where you're at. I would love to partner with you this month. And this is where you're at. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And you guys, when I said earlier, take that distributor hat off and put that human hat on, there is nothing more human than somebody tapping your shoulder or showing up in your inbox and saying, I see you. I can't tell you how many people were like, you know what, I kind of put this business down for a couple of months, and I really would like to kind of get back into it. And then you just kind of discuss with them how you can plug back in, how you can get them plugged back in. I am not a fan of dragging people through this business that don't want to be here. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. But if Jamie, not Jamie, another Jamie, I have like 9 Jamies on my team. It's the weirdest thing. My name is not that popular, but apparently we've got like 9 of us on my team. So this girl, Jamie, was doing well, had great personal results, faded off, sent her a video in the springtime, and she was like, yeah, I do want to plug back in. Let's start small. So it was a daily text. It was here are the tasks. I'm not going to throw you in a big chat. Here are the tasks of the day. And I spoon fed them one by one. Let's baby steps you back into this business. And she's kind of faded off since then, but you know what? She gave it a second go, and I think Corona, whatever, but it is so human of us to plug in to people. And I think that is the coolest thing about being a leader and being in a position to where you're growing a team or having a team, is you get to make people feel special and make people feel like they're a part of something. I love the community and the culture that I'm creating on our team. I love the community and the culture that Ashley has created for her entire downline. I love that there are like 9 different teams represented on this Zoom. I love that. It is so, so important. And when you plug into your people, they plug right back into you. You're still going to keep doing all the little things like the declines and the daily check-ins with your newbies and all of that fun stuff. But plugging in more one-on-one with people and doing little videos, doing coaching calls, doing things like that when you're at that diamond level, that's how you start bringing about leaders. And that's how you start fostering those relationships. But again, it kind of all goes back to just leading with love and being a person first, and keeping those lines of communication open. I don't really have, hold on. I don't remember. Someone reached out to you and you were new, be that to your team. That's exactly right. You want to be everybody's cheerleader. And I know that can sound a little bit daunting, especially if you're not. If y'all didn't read in the chat, Cindy wrote, remember how good you felt when someone reached out to you when you were new. Be that person to your team, be their cheerleaders. And that it's so true. I get to do that for people. I get to empower them. I get to lead from the front. And what I was going to say is, if that's not you, if that's not the kind of person, like if you're not like that cheerleader type, right? If you're not that blue or that super yellow, that's okay. Because you know what it is, if you're red, that is going to help your business. Okay. Plug into your people. It's going to help your business. If you are yellow, figure out how you can serve somebody, figure out how you can help them reach their goals to take better care of their family. If you're blue, partner up, let's party, right? If you are green, figure out how you can help them, create a new system for them. If they've faded off or if they are killing it, and just enrolled new distributors, figure out a system to help them train their new distributors. Help them navigate through that stuff, and bring your strength to the table. So I wanted to come on tonight because we do have so many new distributors that joined us this month. I didn't ask Ashley, I should have, how many new distributors were enrolled in her downline just during the promotion. But I know on my team, there were 13 in like, how was it, 24 hours, 48 hours, something? I don't even know. It was like a super short span, and there were 13 new distributors enrolled, and we had 10 or so from the end of July. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to level up my leadership, and I got to start reaching out to these people, because it's newbies leading newbies, or baby rubies leading newbies. And so the thing that I kept coming back to and kept running into this month was, man, I am so lucky to get to love on all these people. Like, God has blessed my business so much by bringing all of these people on, and I just get to love on them. And I started thinking, like, no matter if you're brand new and starting out with your first distributor, or having those first conversations with potential distributors, or if you are a diamond, like, if you're leading with love, if you're plugging in to them and communicating with them, if you are being consistent in your own business and leading from the front, and taking ownership of all of it, then you are going to serve them well, and you are going to do right by what God has blessed you with, right? And so I just wanted to kind of get on here and just kind of walk through all of that. I've just been having a bunch of side conversations and with sideline sisters and people's teams that are exploding and growing, and new distributors that are like, I just enrolled 3 people, I don't know what I'm doing. So I wanted to hop on, open it up for everybody, that these are some of the different things that you should be thinking about at the different layers and the different levels, and some practical things that you can be doing like as you progress through the ranks. But something to think about is always leveling up. I wanted to go through all of them, and I didn't want to separate like the diamonds from the brand new distributors, because it's important for the brand new distributors to know that their diamonds truly do care about them. If they're 7 levels up, it doesn't matter. You're a part of their organization. They care about you, and they care about what you're bringing to the table, and they care about what you want to do for yourself and your family. Every leader that I have had the opportunity to work with on this team has a heart of gold and a heart for their team. So I thought it was super important that you guys hear that. And that's really all I have. I just be a person. Be a person. That is the thing, right? You just want to be a person. You just want to form relationships and help people be successful. It is your responsibility. You brought them into this business, and you've got to take ownership of that and lead from the front, because if you're asking them to do it, you better be doing the same things. Does anybody have any questions? You're sweet, Elena. Yeah, 24 hours, $24, 24 hours. Yeah, that's crazy. And there were so many new distributors. I'm glad this was helpful. Does anybody have anything? I think I have everybody muted. If you need to unmute, you can. Anybody have anything? No? All right. All right. Well, then I'm going to press end on the recording, and then I will let you guys go, but I hope y'all have a great night. I really hope this was helpful. If you are, no matter what rank you are, send your upline. Oh, you do have a question. All right, Kristen, go for it. No matter what rank you are, send your enroller, your sponsor, a message and just say, hey, I was on tonight and I appreciate you leading me. Or send your diamond upline. Oh, you can't unmute. Hold on just a sec. Oh, I think.
So, you know.
Oh, go for it.
You know how you send like the new DTs the task, or they're in that newbie chat?
Yep.
How can we go about finding out what their tasks are on a daily basis? Sorry, my dog is going crazy.
No, you're okay. That's a good question. I can put them in our team chat on Messenger, and I'll just, when I drop them in the newbie chat, I will put them on in our team chat. That way we've got them.
Okay.
And that way, if you are working one-on-one with a distributor, or they need to go at a slower pace than, or a different pace than what the newbie chat is, it's a little crazy sometimes, then that way you've got it and you can work with them there. But I'll start doing that for everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? Nope. That was a good question. Yeah, and if you need help leading your newbies, again, it's about communication. Ask your upline, how do I plug in? How do I help them plug in? I don't even know what I'm doing. Can you help me train these people? I promise you that your upline will appreciate that and respect the fact that you want to do right by your new distributor. So just ask. That was a great question. Okay, you guys, like I said, homework for tonight. Text your enroller, text your sponsor, whatever, text your diamond leader, whoever you are close with, have a relationship with, and tell them thank you for bringing you into this business and for leading you. And then go show up for yourself and go show up for your team for the rest of this month. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I love you so much, and we will talk later. Bye.